This is the three stranges, and the first strange will be called Strange Threshold. You say, as you are Gaius, I am Gaia. I say, as you are Gaia, I am Gaius. You say, can you untie the knot of Hercules? I say, I can and I will. You seize a burning branch and carry it into my parents' house. I follow you, with arms stretched toward you. My parents say, what is this disturbance we witness? A man follows a woman. You surrender the branch. I quench its ardor in a bowl of water. You say, Gaius, you comfort me. All gather round us and link hands. The priest says, I pour water and I pour oil. The chorus says, we have seen the outpouring. The jokester says, at long last, the vessel with the long neck will pour forth its treasures. Here is the door to the inner chamber, the chamber of chambers. Your mother says, take the prize you have stolen from me, and carry her, as a thief does, over this strange threshold. I say, I am doing it. The second strange will be called Strange Increase, and it's pretty weird. Ritual insects get married in the grass. Elsewhere, the wind carries an airplane to Africa. The young missionary, ready to give birth to himself, steps off and raises his arms in greeting, but suddenly his skin splits and a tender horror worries its way out. It looks for a stanchion, a bastion, to change against, till its exoskeleton can harden. That's the time to kill it, but no one can stand the mess. At length, the basketball-sized eyes swivel toward running prey. His affrighted parishioners are clearing out of claw reach. He calls after them, let's dialogue, friends, let's interface. But now the seminarian wakes up. The parents' car has arrived at Mama's country house. Sick from cigarette smoke, the kids crawl out. Mama stands on the steps, counting heads, with a knuckle knock on each. Finally, the seminarian hatches from the car, and that's what the peach trees in the nearby orchard have been waiting for. They wish to confess. They've let nature have its way, and now they're so loaded down. Bless me, Father, for I have... Hey, where you going? Come back. Mama gathers everyone into the broody house, and they travel through the intestinal living room to the kitchen, where the table catches the sun and feeds it a lemon cake on a plate, a deck of cards, a coffee can with pennies. Granddaddy says, so, no grandbabies for you. The seminarian looks up. Everyone is bowing their heads for prayer. That night, there are amniotic dreams to deal with, in a bedroom crafted from a closet. Two praying mantises fight, a seriousness of mandibles. But no, they're not fighting, oh freaking no, that shit's gotta stop. He wakes, trapped in sheets, worries himself free, and shambles into the dining nook where Granddaddy sits, peppering his eggs till they're dark. Granddaddy looks up. Won't you join me, Father? After breakfast, the seminarian sits in a rocking chair on the screened porch with the heavy peach smell rolling off the orchard. The peaches are still making their pitch. Remember us? Delicious. Girl cousins run in and out, screaming their heads off. He goes to walk in the yard, but it's hollow. Hot grass collapses under his heel into mole hell. He goes to the back fence and looks over at a cornfield. Nothing like the smell of a cornfield on a hot summer day. Why not climb over the fence, push your face between the corn stalks, and sit down in the dirt and the deep, deep shade? Why don't you reach for a green-wrapped ear? Perhaps it will listen to your sins. Through the fence rails, the seminarian looks back at the yard, which resembles a belly, grievous with increase. It vexes upward, then parts troublously. Dad crawls out, waves, and yells, "This is marriage at its best." End of that one. Now here's a strange that's strange indeed. Strange city. The man traveled through the city, walking. He asked strangers where was the person he sought. The strangers knew nothing. He passed on. The noon hour struck. He entered a cafe. The waiter met him. "Where will you sit?" He looked toward the door. The tables there were crowded and noisy. Ugh. "Well, then, a corner table, perhaps?" "No, too dark." To the back he went. Beneath a skylight were some tables. He sat down. Something was wrong. The position, the spacing. The waiter stood nearby with the pad in his hand. A terror had come over the man. Wrong. He rose. "I apologized. It's terrible." Out the door. He searched humbly again for the loved one, though the rain rolled steadily down his face. He thought of earlier days, when the voice of the loved one would burst suddenly on his thoughts. He would shout angrily, "Go away, quiet!" Go away, quiet. A church loomed in the rain. He was drawn, he entered. But the emptiness stung him, burned his face. He went out. Next door, that was it, the rectory, the priest house. He knocked. Was it real that he was here? But yes, the door opened, and a priest stood there, gray hair and kind eyes behind glasses. "How may I?" Then recognition. The man. "Where have you known me?" The priest. "Come in." Nothing more. Only that did he say. The man stepped inside. The priest took his coat. "So wet. You're tired, I know. Come this way, up the steps. There's a cot. You must lie down. I command it." Yes, the man's tiredness was suddenly enormous, as big as the world. He obeyed, and rest came swiftly over him. The priest stepped out to make a call to his bishop, and afterward the coroner. He sat then beside the cot where the dead man lay, and waited for the knock downstairs. He removed from his shirt pocket the old prayer device, the beads. In the breathless silence, he began to say them. End.